With the recent budget having been tabled, macroeconomic conditionalities in South Africa continue to be stringent, placing household finances under immense strain. Household finances need to find innovative ways of making ends meet, but also surviving through a tumultuous economic time in our lives. The SABC head of business and market development, Duma Mxenge, is here to speak to us about financial literacy and financial planning instruments that can be used, as well as what they are doing at SABC in financial education and financial literacy. Duma, good evening. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. SABC has a financial education and literacy program. Talk to us about what its instruments are.
Yes, no, thank you for having this opportunity, and good evening to your viewers. Yeah, we're quite excited about a specific program around financial literacy called Money School. Essentially, what we like about it is that it's all virtual, it's free, it's focusing on what's really important, especially from a young age. So we're looking at grade 11s and 12s, but anyone is more than welcome, to go on the website and get free material. And it's actually, done by business experts such as ourselves and as well as our partners. And yeah, we're super excited about the initiative.
Yeah, the state of financial literacy in South Africa has always been inaccessible to people who, particularly those who need it most. But there's also quite an important and astute adage: you can't save your way out of poverty if your income isn't necessarily growing. Talk to us about how financial literacy ought to be approached, both from instructors as well as consumers.
I guess we've struggled as a country is that financial literacy is not something that is actually introduced at school, and it's something that we're advocating for. Also, the language and the terminology is quite daunting, especially for first-time investors or people thinking about money. And what we're really trying to encourage is to dispel that myth of saying you don't actually need to have money before you can actually become money savvy. And so that's why for us, we believe that financial literacy programs such as Money School is so greatly important for our society.
What is the core of financial literacy? Is it about understanding financial instruments, financial products, and how they best cater to your needs and aspirations? Or is it about a fundamental shift in your attitude and understanding of money?
Yeah, I guess, when you get to the instruments or such as funds, I think that's when you really are in advanced stage. What we really are looking at is just the core basics or the core pillars, such as savings, budgeting, investment, of course, and savings. But again, most importantly, responsible spending is also a key pillar that people need to understand.
Yeah, I think some of the principles of financial literacy are quite trite and intuitive to most people, such as you need to save for a rainy day, you need to invest your money, and you need to spend sparingly. But somehow these principles, being trite, seem to evade us in practice. What is the disjunct there, and what is it that you're going to be closing in the gap? Because oftentimes the gap isn't an information or knowledge gap, it's a collective action or an action gap. How does financial literacy close that gap?
I guess first, the most important thing is to learn how to be money savvy. And what we've seen in the past is that initiatives such of this nature is brick and mortar, whereas, the access to such information was not really available to everyone. And I think that's the first gap we're trying to sort of fulfill, is access, and also making it free. And is actually provided by, experts, people who are well-versed about the space. So I guess that's the first part. So again, speaking to literacy, it's the understanding that we're actually trying to bridge the gap. And then the next step then is to take the action of saying you need to invest or you need to save, for the importance thereof.
Yeah, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time, Duma Mxenge. I really do appreciate it. Duma Mxenge is the SABC head of markets and development, market development and business, rather, at SABC.